some light language healing if I feel called to it. Going to pull some cards. Gonna do some collective cards. I'll answer some questions. I'll probably be on for about half hour, maybe 45 minutes, depending upon how many people decide to show up. So, it's a little bit impromptu. It's what I like to do. I like to just kind of jump on and jump off, you know, when I get the call from Spirit to jump on and jump off. So, but while we're waiting for some people to jump on, we're going to be doing one free question per person. You can put your questions in the comment. $10 for a mini light language, and it's 55 for a full reading, 55 for personal light language. Those will be done later. And if you want a mini reading, it is 20 for tonight. So let's see what we have, and I'll also pull a few cards for 10 if anybody wants a few. So let's see what the collective needs to know in the energies today. So please like, follow, share, and subscribe, and let's see what we've got going on. For the collective spirit, what are some of the energies that the collective needs to know about today? It is the 4th of December. We are in holiday season. So let's see what cards came out in the energies for the collective at this morning. Hey, Lady H, it's good to see you. Hopefully you can hear me. Let's answer that question as soon as I'm done with these cards right here. So just hang on, and you will be the first question to be answered for today. Okay, so for the energies of today, what Spirit wants us to know is that some of you are still holding on to some hostilities. And we're just going to hold that up in front of me for a second. Might be able to see it better. But there's some of you still holding on to those hostilities. There's also some contracts. We see contracts, energy of contracts. So we got to get out of these contracts. We got to break these contracts. We're getting some divine messages from the 4th chakra. That's Archangel Raphael. And this is a heart healing. People are going to need some heart healing. 2nd chakra. This, is our sacral chakra. This is where our creativity comes from. And Spirit says, work into this place. We have the thinking woman, which means get out of your head, get out of these contracts, get out of this anger, clear your sacral and clear your heart chakra, because when you do, you're going to be manifesting in the world. So some really good energies, but Spirit's telling everybody it's, a little bit of time to kind of go within and do some clearing. When we have problems with the sacral chakra, the 2nd one, that's around creativity, misplaced sexuality, so like distortions in sexuality, and the heart chakra is the heart chakra, right? We need to open our heart, take away the cages in our heart to allow for the world to manifest. So we need to set our intentions on healing those. I may do a light language for that a little bit later as we're guided, but let's take a look at will you get a good job soon? Let's ask the universe, Lady H. Thank you for being on YouTube as one of my YouTube subscribers. So let's see what's in the cards for Lady H. She's the first question. For anybody who's joining, just one question per person. Put it in the chat window, and I will try to get to it as quickly as possible. So Spirit's saying it's a nah. Now, the nah is, I think, in the soon position. Let's see what's going on within the energies of why that's being kind of stunted a little bit. And for that, I am going to look for a specific set of tarot here. So just bear with me while I find it. I know it's here. There we go. So we're going to go to the basic tarot deck to understand what's going on for you, Lady H. So Spirit threw me some cards really quick. So Spirit saying something is still crashing for you. There's a tower, so whatever those foundations are, they're starting to crumble right now. But we have the Knight of Pentacles, right, which is hard work, productivity, conservation, efficiency, responsibility. So Spirit's saying, get rid of this bad foundation. Take some time and build a proper foundation. Now, the Knight of Pentacles is a Pentacles that comes in, and it's a really a good night to have. It's not fleeting. This one's taking its time. It's doing the right thing. It's getting itself set properly with the right energies. And when it does, the Fool's journey is coming to you. So that means it's time for a new beginning somewhere. So the old just needs to still be released. And let's see if we can get you. I'm going to give you an idea of timing. Remember, timing is fluid. We don't um, put our faith into timing because it's always going to change, right? Depending upon what happens in the now moment. So let's see what the possibilities of timing for the new job are, Lady H. And Spirit saying July. So, don't take that as a set in stone. That's just, where you are in the right energies. This is where it's going to come as you are now. But keep working on building that strong foundation, coming in with the right energy. And when you do, there's going to be a brand new journey. And this tower is just going to be a memory. It's not that far away. It's a half a year. So just keep working on whatever you're working, and it will come. So I hope that helps you, Lady H. Let me know if this resonates in the comments. All right. So everybody who is just joining in, I decided to do a little bit of a pop-up live today. I'll do some collective card readings. I just did a little bit of energy readings. We'll get some messages from our higher selves. Maybe some love will come in as well. And anybody who has a question, I can answer one question per person for free. If you'd like a little mini read, it would run around $10, just a donation of $10, where I can pull 3, 4, 5 cards, and we go over, what's going on in your energy. Or I could do a personal light language mini one, which will be about a minute, and that would run $10. And that's, to help you remove some stuck energy, to kind of get you some clarity, energetic release on things such as, pains, illnesses, sickness, and or, just any area in your life that's kind of stuck at this now moment. Lady H, I thought a half year would bankrupt me as well. But I'll tell you what, I'm almost 2 years into it, and I'm not bankrupt yet. Spirit will take care of you as long as you have a knowing that it will. You can, just keep setting your intention. You'd be surprised at what you can accomplish and how far you can go with nothing. But I'm hoping a little bit before that. I can't control that. You're manifesting your own reality. So you have to see what it is inside of yourself that is preventing you at this moment in time. And the best way to do is go to is to invite yourself into yourself and say, why is it that you're not in agreement with a great job yet, right? So Spirit, what messages do you have from our higher selves for inspiration for us, people who are struggling? And Tracy, yeah, I can get you that in a few seconds. And you're welcome. You're welcome, Lady H. I'm a solo parent as well. And I had when I say a really high-paying job, I had an amazingly high-paying job for a very long time. It's the first time I've been out of work in close to about 30 years, and it struggled. It took me down quite a bit, and I'm still waiting for that nice job that paid as well. But you know what? We find ways to survive, and it's a test to see where you feel about yourself. And really, nobody's doing this to you. It's you doing it to yourself, and you just have to find out why. I've been doing the same thing. It's a lot of introspection, and it's a lot of humbling, and it's hard. I'm not going to say it's easy, but you have it within you to manifest that great job. You just need to believe in yourself and start working on that belief. And the more you work on that belief, the quicker that will manifest. Like I say, don't hold your breath on timing, because timing is just a probability, a possibility. It's in this now moment, that possibility I'm reading in the energies, but that can change within a moment's notice. So don't be disparate on this. Now it's in your awareness. you can make changes, whatever those changes need to be, to help that manifest faster. It will manifest for your highest good. So the higher self said, there's a way if you're willing to change the way you see it, right? And this, our higher selves are saying basically the same thing, Lady H. I always pull a collective card for people who are meant to see this at this now moment. Um, and what your higher self is saying is that there is a way to look at this. If you change how you're looking at it, that this could be a good thing for you at this now moment, and perhaps something better will come along as you change that perspective of how you're looking at, not being at work. When it gets dark, remember the sun always rises, right? We always have this rise and fall, this flow, and this is a problem for many of us because we're so conditioned to everything being given to us in this now moment. I want food, I call DoorDash, boom, it's here. I need something, I call Amazon. Next morning, it's showing up at my door, sometimes even that night. And so, we go to, we had, for those of you who don't remember life before cable, you don't have to wait for the Brady Bunch to come on once a week for 3 months, and then you got to wait another 6 months for a new episode to show up. It's instantaneous. It's in here and now moment. Just stream it straight to your door. So we've gotten so accustomed to everything being easy that when it's a little bit harder, we have a hard time with it. Uh, Big dreams are built by those who do the work, right? And what is that work? That work is healing yourself, healing your trauma, understanding that everything that we see within this now moment is something that is manifesting itself in the now moment based on what traumas that we're not healing, and it's going to manifest itself in the 3D. So we always have to look at what is it that this experience is showing us, and why am I allowing that experience to happen? And that's when healing starts to happen. All right. And last but not least, the sacrifices you make today will be worth it. And this is your higher self saying that, hey, yeah, I know it seems a little bit difficult. I know it's hard. You don't think you're going to survive this, but you will survive it. Not only will you survive it, but you're going to come out 10 times stronger than you were before. So keep positive, keep working, keep doing the work. And remember that, life is a bunch of ebbs and flows. It's not always going to be a constant high. So with that, let's take a look at Tracy. If you're still here, just let me know, and we'll check to see, if a house move within the next few months is possible. So let's see where we are with this. So Tracy asked, and Spirit says yes. Let's see if we get you some timing on that one as well. Just remember, like I said before, timing is always fluid. It's just a possibility of what the energies are saying right now in this now moment, and it can change in the next now moment. It all depends on decisions that everybody makes in every now moment. So, Spirit, what is the possibility? And so, Spirit's saying it's time to take a break. And when I say take a break, it means it's time to take a break from worrying about just let it go. It's looking like March 17th. You see that. I don't know if you can see 17 on the card. That's St. Patrick's Day. So I don't know if there's luck of the Irish with you, but it's saying around March, around St. Patrick's Day is when this is going to come into fruition. So that's just a few months away. So let me know if that resonates. It'd be really crazy funny if it actually does happen on St. Patrick's Day. I would love to hear that. Have to wait a few months to find out, though. So with that, please like, follow, share, and subscribe to my channel. If you have gotten a card, that's all I ask for. Donations are greatly appreciated, but not required. And so let's find out, does anybody else have a question that they'd like to have asked? That's one question per person. And probably if you stay towards the end, if I can get enough viewership on here, I will probably do a mini light language activation for something, whatever I tune into that needs clearing in the now moment. I will try to put that out as well into the recording. But let's see what's going on within the collective while we're waiting for a few more questions. And so let's see what we've got going on here. So Spirit, can you tell us what are the energies for love for those who are being guided to watch this program for today? Let's see what we have. What are those energies for love? Okay, and Spirit is saying balance, right? Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. And what does that mean, right? You can't always be on top in a relationship. It's always a give and take. It's like a dance. Sometimes you lead, sometimes you follow. You have to be in tune with the other person, and it's a sacred dance. And so Spirit is saying to make sure that you're not lopsided in your relationship, because then it becomes a foundation that's unstable, and that unstable foundation will fall. All right. And Spirit's also saying, look inside yourself, examine what is causing you to feel this way. So for many of you, you don't feel like you're in balance. And Spirit's saying it's time to look inside yourself, because remember, we manifest our reality. And in order to manifest the reality that you want, you need to look inside and ask yourself, why am I allowing whatever this experience is, whether it's a good experience or a bad experience, why am I bringing it in? And as you bring it to yourself, you bring new awareness, and that new awareness will allow you to heal whatever's preventing you, blocking you from getting to that experience you want, or perhaps it's going to manifest more of that good experience that you want. And Tracy, yeah, please just like, follow, share, and subscribe. Let me know, in March, just send me a little note and a comment on one of my videos that, hey, it came in March, and it does I'm glad it has a meaning to it. Um, so Evangeline would like to know, will Sophia reach out in the next 2 weeks? All right, so I'm just gonna ask Spirit with a yes or no. We'll see what the universe wants to tell us. Will Sophia reach out in the next 2 weeks? And just remember to like, follow, share, and subscribe if you have had a question answered. I do love donations, however, not required. Okay. And Evangeline, Spirit is saying, of course. So it looks positive for you. All right, let's see what else we can pull for the collective. I'm going to ask the tarot what energies the collective needs to know right now. I'm not huge on just the standard tarot, but every once in a while I get called to pull on it and see what messages want to come out. And then I think we're going to do a few love messages too. All right, so Spirit, what do you want to tell the collective here for this Wednesday evening? Very chilly, midwinter. It's not actually winter yet, but it feels like it. So let's see what Spirit's got for us. Okay, so Spirit's saying right now there's a huge energy of conflict around everybody, right? Things are in chaos. The energies are kind of conflicted. Everybody's fighting with everybody else. You see all those sticks, and they're all fighting. And we see that this is what called the Five of Swords, right? This is somebody who's kind of sneaky at the back end. I always look at this, right? This one, they usually say it's a conflict, but this is really just all this confusion. And through the confusion, there's a guy stealing swords, right? It's taking something from you, but he's not taking anything of real value, because you notice all the big ones, the ones that are of true value, he can't handle, he can't hold them. So he's only taking the little trifling of the stuff that you're ready to, toss away anyway. Uh, so we also have the energy of the lovers, right? And the lovers can mean one of two things, right? It could mean with all these cards that there's a lot of conflict. There's somebody kind of in player or sneaky energy over here inside of your love relationship, or all this conflict and this kind of sneaky person in the background. You're going to find a choice. You're going to find a choice between two paths, path A or path B. Could be one of the two, depending upon your own situation here. And what Spirit is saying is that the Wheel of Fortune is coming, right? So the wheel is starting to turn out of this conflict and more into the positive energies. So once you make that choice, and it's a big choice, uh, the energies are gonna really truly come in, and they're gonna come in big. So if anybody watching it, if any of this resonates, please do let me know. And let's see if anybody has a question for me. Otherwise, I will pull a few more collective cards. And I think the next things for the collective that I will start looking at is going to be around what is blocking you in love, because I've yet to find one person who's brave enough to actually purchase a reading for what's blocking them in love. Everybody wants to know, but nobody wants to know, because once you know, now it's in your awareness, you're going to actually have to do something about it, right? And who actually wants to admit that they're creating their own blockages to love? And so it's always better to just blame it on everybody else, blame it on black magic, blame it on curses, blame it on your person not healing. But realistically, you always have to bring it back to yourself. What is it that you are doing or not doing that is creating that blockage to allow from allowing love to flow into your life? Because you're meant to have love. You're meant to be in that space of love. You've just forgotten that you are of love. So let's look at what those blocks are today. Spirit, show me what the blocks are. And good to see you, Ace. Show me what the blocks there are to love. And Spirit threw some right straight out. And for many of you, anxiety is a big one, right? You're always into anxiety. You're always worried, am I going to find love? Is love going to find me? Is this the right person? Is this not the right person? It's confusion, right? It's fear and confusion mixed together, and that's what anxiety is. And then we have past trauma. Right. And so for the people that are watching here, there's a need to release a lot of past trauma, because it's that fear of that past trauma coming back that's keeping you inside of that illusion and that confusion, because you're allowing that past trauma to prevent anything net new coming into your life. And so what we need to do is decide to release that past trauma. And when we do release that past trauma, well, then you're going to move forward, and love is going to start rushing in like I'm hearing like a waterfall, like a flood. It's going to push past all the floodgates, and that love is just going to come streaming in. But you got to really work on this past life trauma, or even past trauma from this life that has been holding you back, because your heart is shattered. Your heart now has a door, a fence, a wall around it, and we need to release that wall. We need to heal that heart, remove that fear, remove that confusion, and love will come in. So let's get some messages around love, and we'll see if anybody has any questions. There is one question per person for anybody who is just joining. And Ace, you would like a message from your higher self? I'm going to get you some cards from the Soul Helper Oracle. And Ace, you're not new to this, so just please like, follow, share, and subscribe to the channel. Donations are absolutely wonderfully accepted, but not required. And so let's see, Angel, what messages does Angel have from her higher self? Okay, we got two messages for you, Angel, from your higher self. And the first one is re-energize in the natural world, right? And so what does that mean? It means go out in nature. I don't know if you're up in my neck of the woods, which is, mid-Atlantic, Northeast. It's cold, 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 cold. Getting out there, maybe go snowboarding, go skiing, go for a hike with some nice, nice warm clothes on, but just get in touch with nature. However you can. If you can't get outside, go talk to a house plant, hug a tree. And Spirit is also telling you to conform is to die inside, which is be yourself, right? So if we look at it, these two were what I pulled in the first energies as well. So we have sacral energy and heart energy. So sacral and heart needs healing today. It seems like that's coming out for the collective. So you need to start concentrating on those two chakras. If you go to my Silver Fox Spiritual on YouTube, that channel, I do have some activations for sacral and also tons of heart clearing ones. Just browse my list of hundreds. I have over 500 videos. Find the one that, kind of resonates with you, either the picture or the words, and then use that video. So with that, please like, follow, share, and subscribe. And let's see if anybody else has any questions. One question per person for those who are just joining. And you're welcome. And let's see what's going on for the collective in love. See what we have. And for those of you watching, if you find that it resonates with you, please do reach out for your own personal reading. They don't cost crazy much, about the same price as you know, a Happy Meal these days, and or a cup of Starbucks coffee. They make great holiday gifts too. Personal readings, personal healings with light language. They truly are transformational because they get you to the awareness of what it is that you are, stunting yourself from moving forward. And so with that, and like you say, you can purchase now and then just, get a gift certificate so that the person can schedule at a later date the full reading and the personal light language, the big ones. Those are done through a schedule, and the personal light or the full reading itself is one that's actually done through Zoom, where you can ask questions, and a lot of times I'll bring in some light language with it too, because a lot of times people who want a reading really need the light language more than the reading. So with that, let's see what we have with energies of love. Many of you guys are really unsatisfied. You weren't happy with the way things were going with your person, right? So there was a third party, other things that got in the way of this, of you guys being together, right? So there was a lot of confusion, a lot of chaos in there, a lot of, and we have sabotage, right? So many of you sabotaged your own connection, or somebody else sabotaged it. And why did you sabotage it? Because in your own way, you were afraid of the commitment. You didn't really want to open up to love. And if you didn't sabotage it, you felt that the other person was going to be. And again, just like I said, that's the energy of confusion. You leaving people breadcrumbing them, they were breadcrumbing you. And that's all based out of fear and anxiety. However, there is a reunion coming for some of you, whether that's from a past life love or from a past person in this life. I'm going to pull one or two more cards to see if we get some more clarity on that. See what else Spirit wants to say. Can you show us what's going on within the uh, collective around that reunion? Can you show me some more energies around that? And Spirit's saying that this is a soul tie, so this is probably a soulmate uh, that is going to come back into your life. And a lot of times, those soulmates are people you haven't seen in, many lifetimes, but they're coming in, and they're looking for that equal give and take, which is the balance, right? And I don't know if you joined early enough and you saw that the balance was in there, that Spirit was asking us to have balance and love, and so we're just getting more confirmation on that. The energies, or there is something coming in. Get yourself out of this space, out of this space. This is all fear based, and we want to get out of this. Really, we want to have an equal give and take, and you want to recognize that soul tie. Notice the difference between a soul tie energy and even karmics are soul tied to a certain extent, but notice the difference between the energy of balance versus the energy of unbalance, right? Those ones that you may be addicted to the thrill are probably not healthy for you, right? That bad boy, that bad girl, the one that you always seem on cycling to, that same type of person is probably not good for you. And why? Because you're wallowing in trauma, and all you know is what the trauma response is. You don't really know what true love is. And sometimes true love is a little bit boring. Why? Because it doesn't have all the drama and confusion of this. Stop being a soap opera and get into a place of happiness where you can sit in a fireplace and Netflix and chill and not have to worry about being somewhere, doing something, being somebody, something, but just being, right? And so those are the messages we have for Spirit around love. So with that, please do like, follow, and share, and subscribe to the channel. And at the same time, let's see if anybody else has a question. And so, Lynn, is Rashad your true love? Well, just off the cuff without channeling anything, uh, I always ask, wouldn't you know if Rashad was your true love, because you would feel it inside? And the fact that you're actually questioning that is something that you need to ask yourself. Why am I questioning if this person is my true love? They are or they aren't, and only you really can know. But I'll see what the energies around that is. And I got energies of marriage here. And let's see what else we have here for Lynn and Rashad. And that thing just popped right out of the deck. And there might be some time apart, either now or just coming into play. And two cards just fell to the ground when I asked. And I'm seeing possibly friend zoned and friendly support, which means that you could possibly feel like you've been friend zoned out there. And perhaps this time apart is going to give you that clarity that you're going to need on whether or not this person is your true love or whether there's actually something coming in better that's going to lead to marriage. So let me know. Let me know if this resonates, but this is what Spirit's giving me at this moment. But my advice from a spiritual perspective, whatever it is that you needs healing. I'm going to see what that block is because nobody ever wants to pay for the reading because they're afraid to see it. What is the block, Spirit, between Lynn and Rashad? Why is it? Let's see what that is. Spirit saying stop trying to fix each other. Right? Why are you having these issues? Is because that person is not acting like what you really want, and you're not acting like what that person wants, right? Your Rashad wants, right? And why is that? Because you're trying to fix, never fix anyone. You have to fix yourself. And so work on fixing yourself and yourself for yourself, not for Rashad, not for anybody else but yourself. And the same thing with Rashad. He needs to fix himself. You can't tell him to fix himself. You can't tell him what he needs to fix because if you do, it's you telling him, you being the boss, and nobody should be telling you what to do but you have to know what your own flaws are, right? And that's part of healing, right? Silver Fox spiritual healing. I'm not going to give you a flowery story around things. I'm going to tell you need to heal. Go visit my Silver Fox spiritual. Go look at some of the inner child and some of the other healings that I have in there. Find what resonates with you and start listening to it. And perhaps if they do resonate, if they do work for you, then perhaps reach out for either a personal reading or a personal light language. It truly can be transformational in getting you outside of that I call it the hamster wheel of karma. Because if you just keep on doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result, well, you know what that is. It's a definition of insanity. So let's see if we have any more questions, and please let me know if that did resonate, Lynn. Like I say, I didn't want to sound harsh, but we all need healing. It's everybody's in the same journey, and the key is to just recognize and be aware of what it is that you need to heal. You peel that layer off, and then go to the next thing that needs to be healed. It's a lifetime journey. So with that, who else has a question? If not, I'm going to pull. We get some messages from persons in separation. I don't do them that often anymore, but every once in a while, I feel like during the holidays, people do kind of want to have a message, something to kind of help uh, put their hearts together. How you doing? How are you doing, Lexus? Are you here for light language? You here for a card? Just put your questions into the comments. I will be doing a little bit of a light language healing today. I think for today it's going to be a sacral and a heart balancing. If I get a few more people to jump on live on both channels, we'll get that going. But let's get some messages from person in separation for the collective. So Spirit, put those messages out from person in separation during the holiday seasons. What do we have going on? Wow, that one just popped right out. Anything else from our person in separation? All right. So we got a few messages here. And so let's start with the best one, right? I miss you, right? Your person does miss you even though you're in separation. They're there to miss you. Uh, they feel like they've ruined everything. And they're very sorry about it. but they still don't know what they want because they're in that hamster wheel of karma, right? They're in that illusion, in that confusion. So they just keep on cycling the drain, circling that drain, circling the drain because they can't figure out what they want. And so while they're in that space, it's now time for you to go within yourself and start healing, right? Healing leads to feeling, feeling leads to healing. And so we want to get on that wheel of heal, not the hamster wheel of karma. So with that, please like, follow, share, and subscribe, and let me know if anybody has any questions. Please put them into the comments. Otherwise, I'm going to pick some more cards to pull out, and let's see what we're going to focus on next while people are deciding what they want to have. I'm going to say we're going to get some messages from the archangels. I haven't pulled them in a while. Yep, think of a question, Lav, or otherwise I'm just going to do some light language for whatever the collective needs at this now moment. Let's see what we have here. So, Spirit, oh, the angels really wanted to. I caught this. I wish you could see. I caught this with my feet. The angels popped out, two of them right in a row. So we have Archangel Charity, right? We're in the holiday season, so Archangel Charity saying, you know, give with an open heart, be generous, don't be stingy, open your heart up. And how can you get inspiration to start making videos? Again, I'm going to give you that inspiration in a second through light language. And Archangel Aurora, welcome new beginnings. Let the sun shine into your life. And so we're going to get that message for you, Lav, from the cards. But I think in general, we're going to do what I was going to do anyway, which is a sacral or creative space healing. And we're also going to do a heart healing as well. But I want to get, let's see, which deck do I want to use? I am guided to the inspirational deck here. So for Lav Light, aka Lexus, and for those of you, please watch her YouTube channel. She had, I think it's actually Instagram. Watch her Instagram channel. She has some healing videos out there. She's a very powerful healer. And so we have, you are the rare flower that blooms in the dark. Keep growing. And yeah, Instagram and TikTok. So make sure you're following Lav Light, good friend of mine. She is an amazing healer. Keep following her videos. They will help you heal and peel away the layers. And Lav, your other one is look for that signs that will guide you to the destiny you've known all along, right? So you're guiding yourself to that. It's what your higher self saying. And you're that flower that blooms in the dark, right? And we all know what that means, right? Because you're like the what they call the lotus, right? It's in this muck and all this nasty darkness, but yet the seed grows and comes out to this beautiful flower that peels out with all the little petals. Sometimes they call that lotus. That's the symbol they use for the crown. And so with that, for those of you who are listening who would like to accept light language healing, what we're going to do is we're going to set an intention, and it's an intention to clear, rebalance, and heal our sacral chakra, right? And we're also going to clear out that communication from the sacral to the heart. And the reason we're going to do that is because both areas need to be clear for you to create, and you have to create in a frequency of love or higher. So we're going to set the intention for our higher selves outside of polarity to come in into this light language healing. If you don't want it, just set in your head saying, I don't want this, and you will not receive. But if you do want it, set the intention to receive in the highest frequency of love. The healing to your sacral and your heart, rebalancing, clearing out any stuck energy, inside of that sacral area and the heart area, to kind of respark your creativity, respark that feeling of love, respark that energy that's required in. We're going to set the intention for only the highest timelines, the highest good of all, and also frequency of love with no harm to anybody. So with that,
Shanana the pay the partner that do she papa shop partner need she papa na I papa ne she partner she papa ne pa na he she pa sha ne did she papa no who papa na he ya papa na ha ya papa papa she papa na ha pa shu papa na ya papa ne he papa yeah shu papa ne he push. Now I want you to release and set the intention to release everything from your sacral chakra that is keeping your creativity bound. Let's going to pull those apart. Shadana papa anahaye papa 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 uhushupa upa nehiya papa 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 nisha papa ushu upa nahiya papa ne jishi papa 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 nehi pushushu papa. Send it to the ground. Shananani shishishi patna aya papa shushu papa na aya papa usha na ha ineni shishi papa ufuf. And now let's get to the heart and let's clear the heart of anything that has got shackles around it and any holes that are in the heart. Let's start filling those holes in with a frequency of love, frequency of oneness. Na hapa ni shasha papa pa shushu papa papa nehi na shashi pa na hu pa ije nehi papa uje pa usha ne ni shishi papa papa pusha papa pa na I shishi papa 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 ya na hapa hu shushu papa pa ni pa na he shushu pa na ha ya papa shu pa ofo.
All right, so that was just a quickie. That should hopefully just kind of scrub around the edges of those chakras, get all the little plaque that's sitting there and kind of just sticking and not wanting to release to kind of start releasing. And let me know in the comments if you experience anything within that light language. And it's very common to experience like an emotion coming through or maybe a tingle, a burp, flatulation. I know myself, I burped a little bit on a couple of those because I was clearing stuff for myself as well as I channeled that in. And with that, who else would like a card of guidance? I can do some mini reads and some mini light language if you have a very specific request, like a healing or a blockage that you would need or would like to clear out in this now moment. So while we're doing that and thinking about it, I am going to pick another deck, and I think we're going to bring out the dragons again. Dragons are my favorite mythical creatures. It was one of my first light languages that I had activated was dragon, and so they've always had a good space in my heart for guidance, and they're kind of fast and furious. They get things done really quickly without a lot of fluff and puff. So with that, let's see what the dragons want to tell the collective for today. Spirit, what's the message from the dragons from the collective for today? All right, so we got the earth and water dragon again. This is probably the third time this has come out, but if you notice the colors, right? And I always say we work on the colors and we look at the pictures, and if you see the colors, right? What do we have here? We have green, and we have the yellow orange, right? So we got heart and sacral. What did we just do? We worked on the heart and the sacral, and at the same time, you've got the purple, which is third eye crown, and that's just telling you that right now there's a lot of energy that is coming in, divine guidance coming in for you. It's coming in through the heart. It's asking you to get into your creativity. I generally don't read whatever they say on the card. It's just not for me. I just look at the pictures. But these are coming in to tell you release that creativity. Look at those bubbles of creative things coming right out all over the place. And look at that big green heart and see the black moon behind it. That's telling you get rid of that. Just let it go. Let that eclipse get out of there because the heart is really activating and all those bubbles, that's all creative ideas ready to come out. And you notice the purple, you notice how everything kind of has a synergy with each other. That purple is that divine guidance that's allowing for that to come out. And then you've got the blue in the wings, which is your throat chakra, the communication. So please do let me know if any of that resonates. And please like, follow, share, and subscribe. Do reach out if you would like your own personal reading. I do some personal readings. They're very inexpensive. It's less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks, with a couple croissants on it. And do stay away from the raspberry swirl ones. They're made with this like nasty little red parasite, and Starbucks puts it in their I think it's the raspberry swirl cake or whatever that is. Just very nasty, nasty. Good seeing you as well, Alexis. Always good to have some friends visit. And for all those you watching, please do go to her channel. She is going to start creating again. We know it. She knows it. It's just time. And with that, let's see. And we have Rhoda over here. Hey, Rhoda, would you like to get a card? She's on our YouTube channel. I'm simulcasting both on YouTube and on TikTok at the same time. So if you see me moving my head all over the place, it's because I'm looking at all my screens so I can answer questions as they come in. So let's see if we have any more questions coming in. And while we're doing that, I always love to pull love cards. So we're going to pull on some more love energies. And if you've just joined, um, put your questions in the comments. I'm doing one free question per person. If you would like a deeper read, I do have some time to do some paid readings today. They would be the mini reads or the mini light language, just like if you've just joined and experienced that light language. If not, go back to the replay. It'll be on my Solar Fox Spiritual reading uh, channel because TikTok won't allow me to repost anything that's longer than an hour. And so I reposted on my YouTube channel. And if you are watching on YouTube, and Rhoda will answer that question. If you're watching on my YouTube channel, please go to my other YouTube channel, Silver Fox Spiritual Readings. Trying to build up the subscribership on that channel. It's a little bit light right now. I try to split it off from my spiritual healing channel because I just didn't want it to interfere with the sheer number of readings I do. I do daily readings, and it would dilute all the light language, so I kind of split it off. So with that, uh, let's get our yeah, I don't honestly, I don't know what the super chats do. I'm going to get some energy of love here for the collective, Rhoda, and then I'm going to see if there's something obvious in your situation. Now, Rhoda, is that situation a love situation, or is that situation a just in general? So, for those of you in the collective who are watching right now, uh, we're getting some energy of not to do, right? Not dealing the hurt. Your person, the person on your mind is, or maybe even you're just in that heartache, right? In that nasty part of heartache. You feel like you've been stabbed in the back. You're probably in separation. You're probably not happy about the situation, but fear not, because the heart is healing. Uh, you are going to be healing that heart. And let's see what else is going to come in. And so Spirit is saying, uh, the hammer, right? And what does the hammer means? You're breaking down whatever this was that caused this. This was sabotage. You sabotage yourself. It was repetitive stuff. The snake energy, right? A lot of competition, a lot of ego. And you're probably in that chaser space where you're sitting there chasing love, not allowing love to come to you. And Spirit's saying, it's time. Put a fork in this one. This is it, this needs to stop. All this energy needs to go away. You need to get out of that energy. Why? Because passion and a seduction is coming down the pike once you heal that heart. So hopefully that resonates with a lot of people. There is love coming in, but you're going to need to do some healing first. So Rhoda, let's see what's going on with you. We'll do a general. We'll go to tarot for that. Uh, so, Spirit's saying, Rhoda, and let me know if this resonates with you. Spirit's saying that, you're crying over spilt milk. This card is what I call the crying over spilt milk, right? You're seeing the three cups that are spilt over here, but you're not seeing the two bigger cups. They're giant, more than twice the amount of space that are in those cups. and they're sitting behind you. And what Spirit's saying is that the hand of God is there, and He's filling your cup, right? And the cup is there, the opportunity is there, but look at you. Your hands are sitting by yourself, holding on. Why? Because you don't want it. Why don't you want it? And because you got these three cups down here in the ground, and you're like, well, I don't need the one that you're giving me, but this is the one you want. And take a look at that opportunity, because that opportunity is the opportunity you've been praying for, the one that is divinely guided, the one that you're manifesting. So reach out to it, stop being smug, get out of the ego, and look at that opportunity for what it is. So let me know if that resonates with you, Rhoda. And please do like, follow, share, and subscribe to my channel. And let's see if we have anybody else that would like a reading or a couple cards or a question answered. Um, let's see what else I am guided to. I think I'm going to be guided to the mermaids for a little message for the collective. I like my little supernatural creatures. I'm going to have to get myself a unicorn deck at 1.2 and maybe a fox deck. I don't know if they make a fox deck. Maybe I need to make one myself. So Spirit, can you show me what the mermaids want to show and tell everybody today? What messages for the collective? Okay, so we got a bunch of messages for the collective from the mermaids. They're in a chatty mood today. So the mermaids are telling you to, take the helm, be in control of your own ship. They're also telling you to follow your yearning for the deep blue sea. So have that dream, right? Pay attention to that dream because it's going to take you to where you need to go. And how do you get to that dream? Through the stillness. You have to go through the stillness of yourself to understand what it is that you're truly wanting. And you need to explore that stillness, right? Explore the inside of that dream and reflect. Reflect on what that dream is telling you to do and have some empathy around stuff that maybe is troubling you and heal that. And as you heal that, this voyage is going to come. And where's this voyage going to take you to? This is going to be a voyage to yourself, right? And so with that, the mermaids are telling you to go within and really find yourself inside of yourself. So with that, I thank everybody. I don't know if I have any more online viewers here. If I do, raise your hand and say, hey. If not, I might call it a evening. It was great to come on for about 45 minutes, a little bit more than that, and be able to pull a few cards for everybody. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe if you're looking for your own reading or personal healing through light language. Please do reach out and book yourself a session. It makes a great holiday gift for the holiday season. It's something that you're not going to find in the store, and it's going to be a heck of a lot more transformational than a pair of ugly socks or an ugly Christmas sweater. So with that, I'm going to thank everybody for joining me for this last hour as we explored a few cards and some collective energies and did a light language healing. And so with that, I say thank you to everybody. Have a wonderful night. And please do subscribe to my channel and keep following. Cheers. Have a great day.